And welcome back to another episode of the Sports Analysts Podcast. I'm Jared. That is Jessa. Jessa, it is Wednesday, August 5th, the first day of BYU fall camp. How are you feeling?
Starving. Like I am refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds, and any clip that they show the players actually playing is like gold right now.
Yes.
So, oh my gosh, I'm grasping at every straw. I'm overanalyzing every word. Like it's bad. We just need football season. We need the first game to get here really bad.
Yep. I think I refreshed my YouTube homepage just like every 5 minutes because I knew the media was coming at some point. And when it
Yep.
finally hit, it was like,
Yep. Yep.
so yeah,
And I think
it's great.
we got interviews from Kalani. I'm looking it up right now. Kalani, LJ, and Glasker, right?
Yep. Yeah, those are the ones I
Okay.
saw.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, and they were a whole lot of nothing, I think. But we love it. Especially Kalani's. Kalani's like, yeah, I'm really excited.
We got a
I'm excited
fast
to go
team.
watch
I like
film.
the speed.
Yep. And then LJ, they were like, what was the best play today? And he like hesitated. He was like, let me think. Oh yeah, the walk-on wide receiver had a really good pass from Trayson today. That was probably the highlight. Like, okay, well, I'm glad there is a highlight. I don't know how I feel about it being that one, but okay. Yeah, and then Glasker did say something interesting. We're just jumping in. We're just jumping in here, okay?
Oh
Because
yeah.
we
No,
wanted
we're
we
full
wanted to
fledged.
talk about fall camp first, and so
Yep.
Glasker said
Also,
something else interesting. Keep
stick
going.
around. Stick around. We got a special guest coming up. That's all I'll say. Just special guests. So stick around.
Perfect. And we've got actually a lot that's gonna go on.
We have a loaded show,
So
which is why we're hopping straight into it.
yes, exactly. So Isaiah Glasker was asked, how is it, and I'd love your take on this as well, but how is it with Kelly, K-pop, over Jay Hill? And first of all, I kind of love that Glasker was like, I loved having Jay Hill. Like, he was great. Like, I was like, you're a good man. We all say frick Jay Hill. So Glasker's a better man than all of us. But then he said that K-pop is obviously really intense, and he said it with like this. When I say grasping at straws and overanalyzing everything, this is what I mean. He said it like, oh, K-pop is really intense. Like, and that's what we love to hear. We need more of that. And then he did say he was more hands-on with the linebackers than Jay Hill was, because Jay Hill was a safeties guy and
Yeah.
whatnot. So that was interesting.
Interessante. I tend to like intense guys. I think that's especially in the realm of football. That's kind of what you need sometimes, especially in college football when you got these young lazy kids that are just used to being spoon fed. You need to kind of like wake them up a little bit. Um, Not saying that that's everybody, but I just like having an intense guy in the building. So I do like that. I think from what I hear about Jay Hill, he was also intense. And so if Isaiah Glasker is saying that K-pop is really intense, then I kind of like where that's headed. And if you're going to have an intense guy on offense or defense, you want him on the defense, right? You want your
100%.
defensive guys to be absolutely insane. So I do like that. I don't think any of us would qualify, or none of us would say Kalani is intense. And so having K-pop there as an intense guy, very very good. I like.
Yeah, great. We're not even going to talk about the intensity on the offensive side. But I don't think we need to. We're not going to go there. I actually don't. Yeah, there's nothing to say there. Speaking of players who, I don't know, what is it? You said lazy, like college players. I am not saying this player is that, okay? But I have one player that is on my, if you freak out, if you mess up, you're, yes, exactly. Like, he's under a microscope. And
Yep.
if he messes up, you will not hear the end of it from me. And that guy is Justin Kirkland, okay?
Okay. I've heard this name. I need to know more about him. So please give me the rundown.
So his story is actually really cool. And also, I don't want to say anything here that I like wouldn't say to their face, you just never know. So I'm not going to bash the guy, okay? He's a college kid, whatever. But here's the thing. His story is cool. I think he was a 0-star recruit. He played at Utah Tech and then got recruited out to Oklahoma State. and then is now a grad transfer at BYU. He came in last year,
Okay.
and the dude's
Okay.
like the dude is huge. Like he's a nose tackle,
Love.
and he's got good size, and he's got a little bit of a Gronk personality, if you know what I
Okay.
mean. Like,
Okay.
not gonna take anything seriously. Um, and he's on a lot of the Coug Connect content,
Okay. For
and
better or for worse.
for better or for worse, and I think maybe for me for worse. And here's I just to contrast this to tell you why I have a microscope under this guy. My favorite player on the roster is Trey Alexander because
Okay.
that dude would die for BYU. Like he's from Georgia. We picked him up out of Georgia and brought him over, and everybody's like, "How are you going to do in Provo?" And he's come over to Provo and absolutely like embraced it. He's the best recruiter on the team. People say that. Um, he's got like his rate of growth is huge, but he gets on these podcasts and he's like, "No, we're winning the national championship," and like I don't care if somebody's slacking, like I'm gonna call him out, and like that's unacceptable. And he's talking like a killer, right? And Schmev's the same way. And then you have Justin Kirkland get on and talk about like stealing candy from the coach's office. And if you want to gain weight, just eat more milkshakes. Don't follow your meal plan. Just stay in stuff like that. Like, dude, you got to understand, you're not an amateur anymore. Can't be saying crap like that. And when you screw up, if you screw up, I'm going to let you hear it.
Yeah. That's
We know life.
that's worrying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be honest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have less of a worry for him specifically than I do for the BYU football program as a whole. Because as we've talked about in the past, if you want to be great, you cannot tolerate this. You
Yes.
can't just be, oh, he's really good or this player is really good, so we're going to make X and Y concessions. We're not going to make LeBron James run wind sprints. Like that's not how you win in college football. We all heard the story of a couple weeks ago of the Ohio State. What happens if you're 1 minute, if
Yes.
you're 29 minutes early instead of 30 minutes early? So like, I just hope we're cracking down on this.
Me
I
too. And
I
that's
hope
part of it too.
I hope his responses at the end of the season are very different than what they are right now.
Me too. And I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, man. But if you're gonna behave like Gronk, you'd better produce like Gronk. That's what I gotta say. All right. So that's the last thing I'll say about fall camp. LJ is jacked. My goodness, that man is a unit. Literally, he's like busting out of his shirt, like, oh my gosh. And that's all I have. I just think that guy, whatever meal plan they've got him on and whatever weightlifting is working. Because
He ain't
holy,
drinking no milkshakes.
no, he is not. And he's not a soda guy, is what he said. He doesn't do swig. Okay? So AJ would be, yeah, but it's okay, Jared, because we don't play D1 football. So it's fine. Anyways, that's kind of the fall camp update. Anything else you've seen?
I got a couple things. One, I refuse to buy any of the wide receiver hype. I read that article that you sent, which I loved, and the first four topics are just wide receiver propaganda. I refuse it. I will not be drinking any of the wide receiver Kool-Aid. I don't care if it's Legend Glasgow. I don't care if it's freaking JoJo Phillips. I don't care if it's the Jared Esplin, like whatever the frick. I I believe none of it until I will see it in week 2. Okay, I need to see it in
Yeah.
week 2 in the third quarter when we're down 3 points. I
Yep.
need to see this wide receiver core produce. Until then, I have zero faith. I have zero faith. Like I'm just gonna be frank. I have no faith in our passing game right now. I think our tight end is gonna be our. I'm hearing a lot of good things about the tight end. Everything I'm hearing about wide receiver is just like it's fine. It's fine. Bears gonna be better. They just need to do their job, and that's not what you want to hear. You want to hear like this Jeremiah Smith kid is the greatest wide receiver we've ever seen. I want to hear
Yep.
JoJo Phillips is a monster. This guy goes up and gets everything, and that is not at all what we are hearing or seeing. To be frank, so yeah, that number one, I will not buy any of the wide receiver hype.
Yeah. The wide
Where
receivers are
where do
in
you
prove it
stand?
mode. I
Yes.
agree. I agree. They haven't given us any reason to have any confidence in our passing game. Even with the receivers we had last year, like we didn't air the ball out all that much, right?
Hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm with you too. Prove it. And week 2 against a good secondary in Arizona.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we could talk about the whole passing game for a very long time, but I have no faith. So, but secondly, I think this is probably the more important takeaway is reading and listening and doing all the stuff today just reminded me like how little training camp actually kind of matters
Yeah,
for NFL and college. Like it's very important for the players, right? Because the players are there, earning their spot on the field and it's basically their like tryout, right? Or their job interview. And so it's very important for them. But like as far as fans go and like drawing conclusions for the regular season, this is just a whole lot of absolutely nothing. There is absolutely nothing that we will see or hear that will like actually affect what happens on Saturdays in the fall. So just everybody,
100%.
take a step back. It's fun to look at the highlights and to read and to listen because it means we're closer. This is not football. This does not count, okay, everybody? So just keep it in perspective.
100%. Yep, yep. I needed to hear that because man, we're freaking hungry, dude. And it is content, but it's not indicative of everything. Everybody is
That's
kind of in prove it mode for sure.
that's all it is. That's
Yep,
literally all it is. Yeah.
yep.
We
Just content. Just content.
yes. Yep. Yep, just content. That's all it is. Coming from a guy in the content game, I can tell you it is just for content. That's all it is.
100%. Yep, yep. Oh man. Okay, our next thing. Do you have anything else on that? We're moving on to love watch and hate watch.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Jess.
Okay.
Explain what we are doing here for the people. Speaking of good
Okay.
content.
So last year we did a hate watch snake draft. I think we had Jacob on and we did a snake draft version and we did who are we most looking forward to hate watching, right?
Yep.
So I was telling you this before, but our last couple episodes, I don't want to say we've been negative. We've been realist, but we've been kind of negative. We've been
We've
like,
been
hey,
pretty negative.
yeah, hop off the hype train. Let's come back down to reality, right? So we're also gonna do a love watch. So what we'll do, and there's no snake draft because it's just you and me. So we'll just go back and forth, um, and we'll go our top three hate watches, and then once we do that, we'll go to our top three love watches or things that we're excited to watch, and that is how we will end. And then we'll get our guest on the air.
I love this, Jessa. I love this. What a great idea. Um,
Okay,
what would you like to do? Would you like to start,
I
or
want
would
you
you
to
like to go?
start.
You want me to
I would
start?
like you to
Okay.
start, and we're going to start with Hate Watch and then end with Love Watch. So I want to
Yes.
know, Jared, you have the pick of everything. Who is number one on your list to
All right,
hate?
guys. All right. I promise you, you weren't expecting this. Okay. It is going to be the Michigan defense, okay?
Woo!
Specifically the Michigan defense, okay? I'm going to be hate watching the Michigan defense so badly. Now, this isn't just Michigan because of Kyle Whittingham. This isn't Utah. This isn't even Notre Dame. This is Michigan's defense because of Jay Hill. I want to watch them give up 50 plus in every single game. It's probably not going to happen, but when they do give up 2 touchdowns to Northwestern and they win like 35-14 and they don't cover the 28.5 point spread, I'm going to be cackling in my bed at night, just refreshing and looking at the box scores. I am so mad at Jay Hill. This is the most traitorous thing that he ever could have done. Following Satan to Satan's butthole to coach against my second favorite team. I despise everything about that, and that is my number one hate watch. Will be the Michigan defense.
And rightfully so. I just keep thinking about you Ohio State fans and with the thinking, "Oh, we're done with Kyle Whittingham. We're done with the Kyle Whittingham experience." And not only does it get worse, but BYU, you take a really good BYU coach with him and
It couldn't have been worse. It's like
disgusting.
Satan just like took steroids
Yeah.
and moved into your basement. It's horrible.
Yeah. Ugh.
Jessa, what is your number one hate watch though?
It's funny that you have that as number one on yours because I have another position group and another team that I hate. It's Utah's offense is who I'm going to pick number
Yes.
one. And the reason why is because we get all these polls and we see them at like number 16. I have them at number like 17 on mine, okay? But it's just because polls don't matter, so mine don't matter, and I understand that at this point. But it's because I the stupidity around to think that they are going to reload after losing. I'll admit, Jason Beck did Jason or John? What? Who's the
Jason,
OC?
because
Thank you.
John is the good one,
Yeah, John is the QB. Okay, great. QB
non-traitorous.
coach. Great. Um, yeah, Jason Beck did an off hand up did a great job last year with that offense. And now you lose him, and you lose the studs on your
All
O
five
line.
starters.
Yes, like yes, and then you still don't have a wide receiving core. You do get Wayshawn Parker and Dan PP back, but every single game I will be turning on the TV and just hoping that they suck because it's Utah and I don't and I'll just be hoping that and to prove everybody wrong and kind of for everybody else to come back to reality and be like being gutted on offense when you already didn't have a standard offense to begin with is going to be tough. So that's number 1. Utah's offense
Uh,
for me.
I have a feeling that your number one hate watch is going to be more successful more often
I
than my
hope.
number one hate watch.
I hope. You never know. I do think it's going to be fun watching Michigan let up some 3rd and 20s, on
Oh,
drop eights. Like,
it's
that's
going
going
to
to
be
be
so
awesome.
nice.
Trying to bait out interceptions, right? Which is one strategy. And I would say that's the only week that, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, who you got for number 2?
Number two. See, I went through and I made this whole post-it note, which is very, very helpfully fuzzed out, so Jessa can't see it.
I can't
Um,
cheat.
I wrote down about 18 different things, and I'm going to go with one that isn't on my list for a hate watch. And
Okay,
it is
great.
going to be big noon Saturday matchups, okay? I'm
Okay.
going to be hate watching every time Big Noon Saturday takes the marquee game of the Big Ten and puts it on noon Eastern, noon local, against, in front of fans that had to wake up at 5 a.m. to get in line, that aren't even drunk yet. Let's be honest, they're probably drunk, but they're not as drunk as they would be if it was at night. And just to watch them all get sunburned as the game ends at like 3 p.m. I want every single game they put at noon to suck. I want it to be a one-sided blowout. I don't want there to be any intrigue. I want Gus Johnson to lose his voice. I want Joe Klatt to be monologuing about his podcast by the third quarter. I hate Big Noon Saturday because of what it does to the atmosphere, and it's clearly just a cash grab. So give me number 2 on the hate watch, Big Noon kickoff games.
Okay, question. So, do they have to have the kickoff at noon? Is that a thing with Big
For
Noon?
for Big Noon, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
that's kind of there.
so they kind of pigeonholed themselves when they named it that. I
But
haven't
but
done a
that
ton of research
also
on
but
this.
that also was the point because the whole
Oh,
point was to not compete with ESPN and NBC's like or not because CBS had the 1:30
get big.
window and
Oh,
call it and like ESPN ABC has like the 7:30 window or the 5:30 window, and so then they moved to noon or the 10 a.m. window in Utah to not go up against those other ones.
yeah, yeah, not a successful experiment. I'll do that with you, especially when Michigan's on it. But they're not going to be good enough to be on it, so it's fine.
Hopefully,
Yeah. All right. My hate. This is the third one. I kind of have to reword this to hate watch to hate box
ooh,
score follow because I will
okay,
not be watching, but I will be following or
I love it,
streaming illegally. Lane Kiffin and LSU is number 2 on mine. I want them
love
to.
it.
I want them to go down in a glorious blaze of fire, and you know what? I'll keep up with him on Twitter because he'll probably hop back on Twitter and talk about
Oh,
it.
definitely.
So
He's got to make his excuses somewhere, right?
exactly. So that's probably my second pick, and I don't think I need to say anything else. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. Don't like them, want them to lose.
Love it. Absolutely love it. They were on my list of 18
Oh,
teams.
nice. Okay.
I got a tough one here, Jess. I've gone like kind of out of the box for my first two. I'm trying to decide should I stay in the box or should I do a out of left field one? Which one do you want?
I kind of want the out of left field one.
Okay. We are going with the Northern Illinois Huskies, okay?
Okay.
Because these bastards ditched the MAC, thought they were better than the Mid American Conference, and they left to go to the Mountain West. They are neither West nor mountainous, and yet they think that they can go compete in the Mountain West? They think they're better than Maction? Excuse me? I will be hoping they lose every single game and come running with their tail between their legs, crying back to mama, begging UMass and Sacramento State to give them their spot back in the Mid-American Conference, our great, glorious Mid-American Conference. So frick you, NIU. Screw you. I'll be hate watching you all season.
Fantastic. Oh, I will be too, just because of that. That's so good. And I know we talked about that at the very beginning about them switching conferences, but yeah, just weird stuff going on.
It's
I
just a
that's
dumb move, bruh.
It's lateral too. You think the Mountain West is
Yeah,
better than the MAC? The MAC is like the most beloved American treasure we have. Are you kidding me?
right? And Maction gets
Nah.
more viewers than, 11:30 San Jose State at Hawaii. I'd promise you
Yep.
that.
Yep. Um, okay. I have another one on my hands. Third for the hate watch we've got here. I go back and forth. I'm just going to tell you a couple of the ones that I'm weighing. We've got the entire SEC, and I think that one's probably the most truthful.
Yep,
And then
yep.
the other one I had on here, but I actually took it off recently, was Texas Tech, because I want the Big 12 to be a two-bid league. So I want Texas Tech to go undefeated, and then
Kind of
I
need
want
them.
BYU to beat them in the Big 12 championship game. And so we have two invitational teams from the Big 12 into the playoff. That's what I want. So I took Texas Tech off. I'm going to go with the entire SEC. I
Yep.
want a third straight year. Again, box score watching, right? But
Yes.
I want a third straight year, fourth straight year of them not making an appearance in the national championship game. Them only having two teams, three, that won't happen. Sorry, had to stop myself there. They're having at least three teams, but I'd
They
love to
run
see
this
them
thing,
all.
Jess.
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to see them all lose in the playoffs. I'd love to see them absolutely cannibalize each other again. I'd love to see Kentucky make a run in the SEC and have people scrambling, trying to say, Kentucky's actually good. Kentucky's
Oh,
actually
I
good.
promise. I promise.
Will Stein, right? So just put the entire SEC on there for me. But I had to
I
call out
love
Lane
that.
Kiffin and LSU, and I have to throw in there too Sam Levitt. Like that kid
Oh
is
yeah.
insufferable. So I think it was a pretty good list. Let's review.
That is a great list, and we would not have been being honest to ourselves or the viewers if we hadn't put the entire SEC on there. Like,
Yeah,
of
sorry.
course we got to put them on there,
It's just an
and
obvious
I
one.
it is. It's too obvious. We had to do it. I can't wait until we start hearing the narrative of, oh, but we play 9 conference games now. It's so hard to play 9 conference games. Meanwhile, every other conference is like, yeah, welcome to the club, bub, and they're like crying and just absolutely just like about playing 9. That's gonna be so funny.
It's gonna be
And
so
you know
good.
it's happening. You know it's
Yeah.
coming. Jessa,
Yep.
I want you to start with the love watches.
Oh, okay. I have this one. This one. Oh, I have to take number one. And this number one happens in week two. Okay? And it is
Okay.
Akron football allowing a fan to script the first drive on offense of their home opener, which I will be honest, I looked it up. They play Robert Morris. So this is
Okay.
very low risk for them.
It's very
But
low risk.
I think that's one of the best things that I've seen in college football. It just gives that like unhinged 2010 like college football vibe that we've been missing, and I love that. I see random people buying Akron season tickets for $500 to try and get who don't live anywhere near Akron to try and get in on this and try to be the OC. I will be tuning in on that, and I can't wait to hear what the TV ratings are. I think this is going to be a
Oh,
very successful experiment.
yes. I 1000% agree, Jessa. I cannot wait for this. Again, what conference? The Mid American Conference, the MAC, baby, where it all happens. My number one on the Love Watch, you guys are going to be surprised by this. You guys are going to be surprised by this. It's going to be North Dakota State. It's going to be North Dakota State and Sacramento State. I'm doing a 2-for-1 here. I
Love it. The
love
new teams.
new teams in college football. I love them. I want more teams in college football. I know that makes everything harder, but please just, I love it when new teams come in and start winning stuff. And I think North Dakota State, like, they're primed to come in and start winning stuff. I don't really know about Sacramento State, but North Dakota State, they're ready to do it. I love watching new teams, so I will be love watching both of those teams this year.
I have a I have a coworker that went to Sac State, and I will tell you that those cultures in those locker rooms probably couldn't be any more different. He had a I cannot remember what the name was, but he was like Slack State is what he called it, I think. So, and then you've got North Dakota State, to your point, that is used to a championship culture, at least at the FCS level. So it'll be very interesting to watch those two teams, and I will 100% be tuning in. That'll be fun.
Yep, absolutely.
Um, all right, second on mine. There's so many things, but I'm gonna say the Big 12 referee review. They're doing similar things
Oh,
to what the ACC did last year, to where if there's a call that's going to review, they'll like switch over to a bunch of officials in a room analyzing, and we can hear the dialogue between
love it.
the refs and the control room. And I absolutely love that level of transparency. And I'm so excited that the Big 12 is doing it. Like, I loved watching ACC games last year for that reason.
Yep.
So I'm excited for that. That'll be cool.
That is very cool. I am in love with all the transparency when it comes to refereeing. I love when at the World Cup you could hear the ref talking with the VAR official and going through all the different scenarios. Don't ever expect that from the SEC because they're corrupter than FIFA and Gianni Infantino. But the Big 12 doing it, that's great. First good thing your Mark has done in a while, and I like it.
Yeah, very true. Oof.
Second, Love Watch. You're going to love this one, okay, Jess? Every single team on Notre Dame's schedule, okay? I will be love watching this team as soon as and before only when they play Notre Dame. After that, I will be hoping they lose every single other game. But when they play Notre Dame, I will be love watching this team so bad. It's very different from a hate watch, okay? When you hate watch, you just want everything bad to happen to one team, okay? When you
True.
love watch, you completely emotionally invest in one team for just a random game. And so Boston College waltzes into Touchdown Jesus, whatever the frick it's called, the South Bend, and I will be the biggest Boston College fan on the planet for that one day. And it's going to be great. I'm going to get the red bandana out. I don't even know if they play Notre Dame, but you get what I'm saying. Every
They
time
do.
Notre Dame plays somebody, I will be rooting for that team very hard.
Wonderful. So, weird teams that we usually don't root for. Actually, the only one is Miami. We'll be a very
Okay,
big Miami fan on that day.
I'll do it.
Rapid fire.
I'll do
Yep.
it.
Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State, Purdue, UNC. What a gauntlet. Stanford, us, Navy, Miami, Boston College, SMU, and Syracuse. That is laughable, but wow. Yeah,
I
a
can get
big fan
behind
of all
all
those
those
teams.
teams.
Me too.
Yeah, I can get behind
Miami.
all of them.
Yeah, Miami will be the hardest one to get behind, but we can still get behind for one
But
Saturday, of course.
let's be honest, they have the biggest chance of actually beating them, and so you got to do it.
Not according to my model. My model has this. Remember, guys, we haven't played a football game, so the model is crap. Okay, it's all based on 2025, but we're not in 2025. Okay, but the model has us beating them by 3, 27-24. So
Stop the count. Stop the
yep,
count.
stop the count. That's it. Ah, wonderful. Okay. Next one on the Love Watch. This is my last pick, right? Okay, I've got it. I've got it for this one now. Week 10 of college football. Let me just
Just the whole
some,
week 10. You're just
yeah,
putting the whole week 10 on there?
week. The whole
I
week.
love it.
Well, actually, minus the stupid SEC games that they're gonna sell that are gonna be good, like Georgia, Ole Miss, and whatever crap. There's no history there. There's just SEC
Georgia's
versus
winning.
SEC.
Yeah, Georgia's winning
Yeah.
24-3. I've seen that before.
What are we
Move
doing?
on.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the actual real games. Okay,
Okay.
Oregon goes to Ohio State that week.
Oh, banger.
Michigan State goes to Michigan that week.
Oh,
And listen, I'm not saying Michigan State's gonna be good, but they got Pat Fitzgerald. and he's a not bad coach. So let's see what he can do with Sparty. Let's just see. That one's a curious one.
Not bad as in like actual football coaching. Not we're not dealing with the
Yeah.
morals or ethics of hazing. We're not going to address that. That's not what
No.
not bad means.
I think that he was found innocent of that, but I have no idea. Who knows? I don't know. Don't care. I hope I will be rooting for them. The Holy War is that week. I don't know that I'll be love watching that game, but I have all these other games to distract me. Oklahoma State goes to Kansas State. That was another candidate on my love
Ooh,
watch. Is Oklahoma State this year?
yeah.
They've
I'm in.
got they've got the number one passer from last year.
Drew
The
Mestamaker.
Yep, Drew Nestemaker, number two receiver, and number four running back. Does it
Give it to me.
translate? Yeah, does it translate to the Big 12? I don't know. But anyways, that'll be great. Miami Notre Dame, and then this one just because it's a rivalry game, Alabama LSU. I was like, okay, outside of the SEC, like that's a rivalry game, and also I think both of them might be mid, so that
That would be great. That would be
could be
great.
a
They both
good
have two
matchup.
losses.
Yeah, we've talked too much about it, but Oregon going to Ohio State will be interesting, and then a couple of those other ones. So, week 10 of college football is on my love watch list.
That is incredible. I can't wait. I'm sad that it's 15 weeks away,
I
but
know.
it's
Hmm.
coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
All right, my last love watch. I was debating between an actual team here and another concept or idea. I think I am going to go with the team, though. We are going to go with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Okay?
Love.
Hear me out. They wave to the children. Okay? That's number one. They wave to the sick children. Obviously, very, very helpful in their recovery processes. Um, Number two, Kirk Ferentz. He is a bajillion years old and has been at Iowa for forever. That is something that you just don't see in college football anymore, is like coaches or players or anybody really staying at a program for a long time. And he is doing that. He's been there for like 25 years or something. Amazing. Love that. And then also, Iowa just knows who they are. They're a ground and pound team. They're not trying to be something else. They're not trying to, keep up with the Joneses or whatever. They are what they are, and they're gonna come out every week and they're gonna be hard as frick to beat. And I love that. And I love that they just stick to what and who they are, because that we don't get enough of that in college football. Also, I'm playing with Iowa in my college football 27 dynasty and absolutely loving it. So that is another reason.
Awesome. We love some emotional equity in college
Of
football.
course.
We
Of
love it.
course.
They've got 67% offensive production returning, which is pretty good. They
Okay.
lost half of their production on defense, but anyways, I'm just looking at their stats right now. So they could be good. We'll see.
They
They
they could be very good.
they they don't play Iowa. Sorry, obviously they don't play Iowa. Gosh, they don't play Indiana. They don't play Oregon, but they do get Michigan and Ohio State in back-to-back weeks. We talked about that. But it's okay.
But
Michigan's going to be a cupcake, so we're chilling.
right, it doesn't matter. They're going to beat them. But
Yeah.
listen to you brought up the schedule. Listen to the schedule. Okay, they play NIU, our hated NIU.
Yeah.
Then they play Iowa State, who's a dumpster fire probably.
Yeah.
Then they play Northern Iowa, and then yes, they go to Michigan, they get Ohio State, and they go to Washington. Okay,
Ouch.
if you can win one of those games, listen to the remainder of their schedule: at Minnesota, Wisconsin, at Northwestern, Purdue, Illinois, Nebraska. Like they're not going to lose one of those last six games of the year. This could be a team that backdoors their way into a college football playoff spot, possibly, probably not, but possibly a Big Ten championship game. If they can beat Michigan and Washington, they could be in the Big Ten championship game. Like that is
Oh,
absolutely on the board, whatever, on the table. So I'm I'm just saying, September 26th to Friday, October 9th. If Iowa can go 2-1, they might be in the playoff.
I'm here for a Iowa Big 12 championship game appearance. I am here for that. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, they are a likable team, I think.
Yeah.
So wonderful. I think let's review. For the hate watches, we've got Jared, you said the Michigan defense, Big Noon, and the NIU Huskies.
That's a
100.
solid list.
That is such a solid list. For hate watch for me, I've got the Utah offense, Lane Kiffin, LSU, and Sam Levitt, and the entire SEC. Also,
There's a trend here, I think.
yeah, great Solid list. Okay, now we got the love watches. For
Yep.
you, new FCS to FBS teams, North Dakota State and Sac State.
Yep.
Every Notre Dame opponent. Man, we're just not going to get bored. This is great. Every week we're going to have
This
a
is
new favorite
awesome.
team. This is awesome. And then the Iowa Hawkeyes. And
I
then
love
for
it.
me, we've got the Akron first home drive. So good.
Yes.
The Big 12 referee control room and
Great.
week 10 will maybe be solid. As of right now, it's going to be solid. We could get there and it could be a garbage fire, but whatever. That's fine. That's pretty
What a
good.
great what a great list. We have all the negativity for all of the people like us that love to be negative. We got all the positivity just laced with a little bit of fentanyl or a little bit of hate um, for all of you positive people out there. Jessa, I think it's time for college football. I
I
think we
think it
really just
is.
need to get there.
Well, I'll get my day count out. 1 second. 24 days. 24
24
days.
days.
We can
We're
do it.
almost there. That's
Remember
so
when we were in the
close.
60s?
Yeah,
We made it this far. We're good. All
this
right.
month, baby, this month.
Yep. Is it time to bring on our guest?
I think it is indeed time to bring on our guest. Now, let me clarify. We actually, no, we'll just do it with
We'll
him.
talk about
Let's get
it.
him on
Yeah, we'll
here.
talk about it when you get him. Okay. See you in a bit.
Okay, welcome back. And we have our guest, Elliott.
Yes.
Eli, thanks for joining us. Also, Jared has taken on a new form. This is
Yes,
wonderful.
I've evolved and I have eye problems, obviously.
Part of
Elliot
Eli
has
coming
showed us.
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
part of Eli coming on is he introduced us to Google Meet, which has unlimited minutes. So
and a
we're
bunch of
chilling.
really fun backgrounds that I'm going to be playing with this entire time. So, Elliot, why don't you just catch us up on how you're feeling these days? What's new in the Eli Call household?
Good question. Well, we're sleep training. So I was
Ooh.
telling you a little bit about that, Jared. Yep. So I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep right now, which is great. Pretty much it. We're doing swim lessons at grandma's house. So that's
Let's
bringing back some
go.
fun memories. Yep.
Who's teaching?
Yep.
Are you the teacher?
No. Oh goodness, no. She would never listen to me. It's just like a neighbor girl. So a lot of fun. Grandma, yeah, free. Well, not free, but swim lessons at grandma's house if anyone has kids. Don't
That's
spread
There's a
that
pool
too far
there.
in line.
Yep.
There's a pool there. Yep.
Might bring
An awesome
Moose.
pool.
Moose could use the lessons.
There we go.
He needs anti-drowning lessons. Not because he
Nice.
would drown, but because he would drown other people en route to swimming
I
back.
see.
Anyway,
Ye-
Eli, we have you on to talk some college football. I want to hear your thoughts on BYU football so far. We just started training camp. Are you buying the hype?
I'll be honest with you, I am not nearly as plugged in as I once was to BYU football. You guys are my plug into BYU football right now, being totally straight with you. So I am not buying the hype, thanks to you guys.
Oops.
I think it'll be
It's working.
fun/boring year, you know? I'm not like, other than Notre Dame, I'm not like, oh, super, like, I'm not very excited about the schedule, I guess. You know, it hasn't been as exciting as previous years. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay,
Tell me
okay.
if I'm wrong on that. But yeah. I'd go like a 6 out of 10 if I were to put a number on it.
For
On
expectations.
on hype level, yeah.
On a hype level, yes. Yeah, 9-3 sounds right about it. That's right about it. 9-3.
I'm with you, Eli. That's where I'm at. If it's lower than that, I'll be disappointed. If it's higher than that, I'll be delighted.
Be
Yeah.
great. Yep.
I think that's very fair. I think that is very apt and accurate. How are you feeling about college football as a whole then? We were talking a lot today about things we hate, things we love. Where are you falling these days with the sport of college football as a whole?
I am very excited to listen to your love. Is it your love watch and your hate watch rankings?
Yeah.
Obviously.
That you guys, or your draft? I'm very excited for those. Yeah, it doesn't have the same pull as it once did, and maybe you guys feel this way, but yeah, I mean, you guys already talked about it. I won't be watching College Game Day this year. I will be watching the Premier League Red Zone channel, essentially. So be prepared for some text about that.
That's soccer, correct? For us non-ball knowers.
Yes.
Okay.
That's soccer.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
The foreign. Yes.
Yeah. I feel you, Eli.
I don't know. It just doesn't. And maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of different things. Maybe it's just like where I'm at in life. Or that.
All right, we're back. Tech Bunny has been on the case. We have solved the audio issues. So, Eli, please continue as you were.
I think the last part of my thought was, it has been kind of fun that, well, what's the word? It's not mediocrity, but like where everyone's the same. What is that word? What's the word
Parody.
I'm looking? Parody. That's the word. That has been kind of fun. So I think it would be really fun to have another unique champion this year. Preferably not Notre Dame, but like, I don't know. We'll talk about some of those later, but I'll trust
We
you
just
guys
talked
to
about
inform me.
Iowa.
That one,
National
that's on my
championship
list.
might be a stretch for the Hawkeyes, but we're rooting for them.
We
I
will
love
be
it.
rooting for him.
How
Yep.
is the schedule pretty easy for them?
Back
They
half.
play, back half is very favorable.
Amazing. Okay. Very excited about that. See, that'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. Like, yeah, I don't know. And I listened to your podcast about the invitational last week.
Thank you for calling it by its proper name, by the way.
Yes.
You're
The
very
Invitational.
welcome. I
Yep.
might slip later on in the show, but yes.
That's wonderful. Any other thoughts about BYU football?
I don't think so, man. I'm excited to. I'm really skeptical about our receiver room just because I
Mhm.
don't know many of the names there. So maybe you
Nobody
guys share that
does.
skepticism. Okay. Great.
Yep.
Awesome.
We were just talking about it. And so listeners will hear it at the beginning of our podcast, and you can go listen to it too. But very unproven. There really is nothing to talk about at this point. And until there is something to talk about it, we will not be talking positively about it. That's kind of where we landed.
Like
Yeah.
this, like the Glasgow kid. No idea. Did not hear
He
his
could be
name
really
until your
good.
guys' podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he
is
could be good, but we don't know.
Is it Isaiah's brother? Is that who he is?
Cousin.
Cousin. Got it.
I may
Okay.
have said that it was his brother earlier, but I found out today, or I was reminded today, it's actually his cousin.
It
Nice.
depends on how good he does. If he does
Yeah.
really good, it's a brother. If not so good, it's like a distant cousin.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I
And with
love
all
that.
these guys, it's like, yeah, they might do good at fall camp, but are they running with the ones? Is it full speed? And can they translate to a game? Like
Yeah.
when we go to, I don't know, what's our tough, when we go to Utah, right? Are these kids going to have stadium pulse where their routes are all squiggly? Or are they going to be
That's-
okay? And are they going to be able to run their routes? So lots of unknown. But at the same time, I forget that Bear was a huge unknown last year. Remember that? We were like, this kid could suck.
Who is this kid? Yep.
Yeah.
Can I make a statement?
Please.
Do we know Bear is actually good?
Oh,
Whoa,
That's-
buddy.
that's a question.
Again, passing was bad last year, but we got the narrative of, A-Rod's not putting too much on his plate shoved down our throat, right?
True.
Is that
Okay.
accurate? Was that the case? Is he just not very good at passing? Who's to say? I'm just throwing it out there.
I think I'm going to catch that one, and I'm going to be
Please.
honest in my response is that I feel that until I see him not be good and it's his own fault, then I'm going to think he's elite because everything I've seen from him, like the dude,
Fair.
I love that kid. Maybe there's some emotion in there, but I thought whenever he made mistakes last year, it was not like maybe it was his fault, but he didn't make enough mistakes last year for me to be like, he's a liability. He's not that good. He made more
Yeah.
game-changing plays than he did game-hindering plays outside of like Texas Tech and a couple others. But I'm going to say he's elite until he shows me he's not. That's where I'm standing on the Bear question.
I like that. That is glass half full That is where I just cannot meet you, Jessa. So that's why we're both on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I do worry about him facing true adversity up in Salt Lake. I don't care how bad Utah is; they are going to come out swinging and punching and fighting. We saw with Jake Retzlaff how he handled that. Not going to go any further than just to say that I'm glad we won that game. I don't know how Bear's going to handle that. He had one true adversity last year, and it was Texas Tech, and that didn't go so well. So
Nope.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen this year. I like that. I like that attitude, though, Jess.
Well, yeah, and I mean, to your point, though, I think he threw 5 interceptions to 2 touchdowns across our hardest opponents last year. And I can't remember who they were outside of Texas Tech, but somebody said that 5 interceptions to 2 touchdowns. That's not good. That's got to change. And to your point, that is not proven yet. So I will be looking for that. But I will be rooting for him and expecting him to do it until shown otherwise.
Yes. Can I answer your question with a biblical passage, Jared?
Yes.
I don't know where this is, but to quote the master, to whom shall we go? Without Bear, who else is there? I saw the chat. I know none of the names on the list other than that bourgeois kid. So it's ride or die, and I'll ride with him until we die with him.
I love that. That is the answer. That's the answer right
that
there.
Is the best possible answer
That's
that we could have gotten.
To whom
that's
shall
why
we
he is
go?
our special guest on this show. Unfortunately, you guys are about to get into a very, very fun topic, one that I would love to be a part of. However, my employer, Mr. Goodell, has he has a hard-on for the people that do the gambles. And so I am not going to be allowed to do the gambles in this very next segment. So I just want to make it very clear to everyone watching that I will not be partaking in this next segment. Okay? I love my job. I love being employed, and I'm not going to risk that in this episode. So Jessa and Elliott, you guys have a blast. I can't wait to listen to it and ride with you until the very end. Yeah, peace out. Have an enjoyable time talking about the vices and the sins and the gambles.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yep.
If only it was
Jared.
Yes. If only it was domestic abuse, Jared, then he would let you participate.
Man, or drunk driving, bro. It's
yes.
Man.
Oh, but gambling is the worst of all of them. So
no.
Can't do that. No.
All right.
Well, thank you,
Peace
Jared.
out.
Go to sleep. It's freaking midnight over on the East Coast, so shout out to him. We'll
We
catch
do
you on
hard
the
work.
flippity flip.
Flippity flip.
On the flippity flip. All right, Eli, let's get into this. I'm very excited
man.
about this. I'm also very grateful that gambling is not legal in Utah, because
Oh my
your girl would be on a swift slope to degeneracy for sure. That would be a tough one to avoid. So I'm grateful that that it's not legal, but it's at the same time it's very fun. So what do you have in mind for us today?
Well, so here's what I was thinking, Jessa. I have some stuff that I prepped you for a little bit. I'll run through it with you. I want to hear your thoughts because again, this is the least educated I have ever been about college football coming into a season. So I'm leaning on your expertise. My goal tonight is to get from you your best picks, your best lines, over-unders, all that good stuff. And then to take that information, place some bets. I will be in Chicago this next Tuesday where I can place these bets. Place said bets and parlays. If anyone in Sports Analysts would like to contribute to the cause, please do. And then we'll have a great, fun season because we'll be watching college football and we'll be reminded of our bets and how terrible they are or how some of them
Or
may
great.
hit.
Yeah.
Or great.
But it's
Maybe
me.
we double our money. Maybe
So
we triple our money.
Maybe we make back our money. Ooh.
Maybe.
Ooh. And all we got out of it was just the experience and the rush of hope.
Experience.
You know?
That's right. That's
Wonderful.
right.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. I think that sounds amazing. And
Yes.
not a good gambler, but find it really fun to make predictions. So
neither am I.
I'm putting this money in for the sake of playing the game and we're going to see how it goes. So thank you for flying all the way to Chicago to make this sacrifice for us.
Yes, you're very welcome. That is the reason I am flying to Chicago. No other reason.
There you go. Perfect. Okay, let's jump into this. Where do you want to start?
We can start with the BYU stuff, Jessa, and this is where I'll lean on you. So I'll give you three. Well, I'll give you two numbers first. The over/under for BYU, 8.5 right now, right where you pinpointed, right? That 9-3 mark, right? And then for us to win the Big 12 is plus 600. For those who are not familiar with betting, you bet $100, you get $600 back if BYU wins the championship game. Thoughts on those two numbers?
I really like the over on wins. We've already talked about this. I feel like it would be a failure if we were to go 8-4 because I just don't know. We would have to run into a surprise team down the line, like I don't know, Cincinnati or like we would have to slip up somehow. UCF, I could see us dropping. I actually don't even know if we play Cincinnati. Hold on one second before I move forward. That's how lame our schedule is. Yeah, we do. We play Cincinnati last week of the game of the year. But anyways, so we would have to slip up in some way, and I just don't see us doing that. So I would feel comfortable enough with that to put money on the 9 wins.
Okay, and I'm just grabbing my phone really quickly.
Wonderful.
So I guess with that, where do you see our 3 losses coming from? I can bet I know 2 of them. But.
Yep. I would say Notre Dame, Utah, and then at TCU is the other scary one. We don't have a good track record at Kansas, so that one could be the slip up. But TCU going to, and I know they lost Josh Hoover, but again, I mean, you look at our schedules from last year. We did pretty well on the road, but I'm not going to say that TCU or even Arizona. I feel confident in Arizona because we'll be healthy. It's week 2, but but yeah, I could see another loss popping in there. But Notre Dame and Utah are definitely probably the highest probability of us losing. So that's where I don't know if 2 more come out, then we're not a good team. And nobody should be buying the hype, period. That's kind of where I'm at. So yeah,
I like that.
Take the 9. So, and then the championship odds, I don't feel as confident in that one. So many things happen because we have to win the championship, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I can see why the odds are where they are.
Yeah. And Texas Tech is minus 105. For those not familiar with betting, that means they're the heavy favorite to win the championship. If you see a negative number, they're the favorite probably.
And you have to bet $105 to make any money at all, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. You got it. So let me ask you this then, Jessa. So it's us. We're Texas Tech's number 1, BYU's number 2. Utah is 3rd at plus 650. Do you see a dark horse winning the Big 12 other than those 3 teams?
Not Utah. Yeah. Yes, actually. I think you could see Houston up there, and I think you could ready for a really dark horse? I wonder if Oklahoma State can. That one I'm going out on a limb with.
Okay.
But Oklahoma State has some exciting players, and we've seen crazier things. Okay? So I would say, I think there's BYU, Texas Tech. I mean, BYU maybe if all things go to plan, right? I don't know if TCU could figure its stuff out. Like the league really is wide open. But I would say based on like preseason expectations, Houston is probably the next team I would put. I don't think Utah is going to be good. We already talked about it earlier today. I think their offense is going to be bad. So I'm really surprised they come in at 3 with everything they lost, but whatever.
That is very interesting. Yes. Maybe we get crazy and put because Oklahoma's plus 2,500.
Dude.
In the Big 12.
Why not? Put $5 on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let's get crazy
that's
with
wonderful.
that. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I love it.
Okay. I love that. Okay, so there's one more BYU one. I'll maybe hit that at the very end with you.
Cool.
The other one I'll run through really quickly with you is just some BYU player props. So they only have 3 of them. Kind of lame.
That's okay.
The only ones they have are for Bear Bachmeyer and LJ.
I mean, that makes sense. We just talked about it. Who's going to catch passes? Nobody knows. So
right. Yeah, right. The guys making the odds are like, dude, we don't even know who to put in this slot here. Okay, sorry. I'm looking for this really quickly. I had it and then I didn't have it. How about I do this instead?
Wonderful.
Well, actually, no, it's right here. Sorry. Okay, so
You're good.
for LJ Martin, his over-unders 10.5 rushing touchdowns and 114.5 rushing yards. What do you
Per
put
game,
over?
right?
No, sorry, 1,114. Sorry.
Oh, I'm taking the over for LJ. Here's why.
Really?
This might be a little bit
Wow.
emotional, but he
Okay.
has to get to like 1360 to break either the single season or the BYU rush records. One of those two, and
Okay.
I could verify which one. But he needs like 1360 to do that. He missed 2 games last year. He missed like basically all of Iowa State and the Pop-Tarts Bowl,
hmm
and he wasn't 100% for like 3 or 4 other games, and he still ran for 1300. So I am saying, so the line is what?
Uh,
1140, right?
yeah,
1000.
11. Yep, 1,114.
I could see him getting to 1200. That one,
Wow.
I
Okay.
I would love to root for. So I would
Yes.
take the over on that one.
Okay. I love that so much, actually. What about 10.5 rushing touchdowns?
Oh, I don't know
For
on
the
that one.
LJ.
How many did he have last year? Especially if we pass the ball more, which I don't know
Yeah.
how we possibly could, but I have it right here. Um, but yeah,
He didn't
we'll
have
we'll
many, did
see.
he?
He didn't have that many. I will tell you right now. Okay, rushing. He had 12 last year.
We had 12. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you said the line's at 10.5?
Yeah. You like the over on that still?
I kind of like the over on that one as well. Oh,
Okay.
11? And it's rushing, right?
Yeah, just rushing touchdowns. Yep.
That's a good line. I feel like that's a good line. I'm not as
Yeah.
confident there, but I'd like to go
Yeah.
over.
And he's probably not going to lose one to like a screen because we don't throw screens to running backs. We
We
exclusively
throw them
throw
to
them to tight ends.
fat, slow tight ends. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Great.
Okay. The other one was Bear passing
Yeah.
yards. It's just passing yards. 25, essentially 2,500 yards, more or less.
Okay. Last year he was at 29, but I mean you had Chase and
Wow.
and the
Oh yeah.
worm.
True.
So I don't feel confident enough. I don't know that I feel confident enough to make a bet there, to be honest. I don't know if I would take that one. Just because of the questions around the wide receiver room. If we're solid,
Yes.
my heart, like my emotions want to say over because I don't know how we do worse than we did last year as far
Yeah.
as passing yards go, and he'll be a sophomore. So his ability to read defenses will be better. He'll know the offense a little bit better. I just don't know who he'll throw the ball to. So if I had to make a bet on that one, I would go over because if he went under, it would to me. I'm like, did you get injured? Like, what
Yeah.
happened?
True. Yep.
That kind of thing.
So yes. Okay. So now that you say it, if we go over, our payout is 3.5x. If you go under, the payout is 4.25x. Not that big of a difference, but a little more money, a little more juice on the under.
Okay,
So
interesting.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, those are good player props, and it makes
Yes.
sense. Those are the only two.
Yep. They don't know anyone else on there. I don't know anyone else on there.
Yeah,
So
but
anyways.
nobody on offense. That's for sure.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
makes sense.
Okay, so I'll get to the fun bets now, Jessa. This is just college football in
Sweet.
general, and
Okay.
would love to hear your takes on these. So I'm going to give you some win totals. There are 6 teams at the 8.5 mark, and I want you to tell me which ones are going to go over, which ones are going to go under. So the
Okay.
teams who are at 8.5, same as BYU, Penn State in what's
Okay.
his name's first year,
Yep.
Alabama, LSU, Michigan, North Dakota State, in Utah.
Okay, interesting. Penn State, I would go under, just because I think they're going to get to
Okay.
8 wins.
Okay,
Their
nice.
schedule, they play USC, Michigan, and Washington. Okay, never mind. I'm looking at this. That line is good too because they don't play
Right?
Ohio State, they don't play
Yes.
Indiana, and they don't play Oregon.
Do they play Michigan?
Yeah, they do, and they go to
Okay.
Michigan. So that one is
Okay,
probably the
that's
most
tough.
well. I joke and say that I think that Michigan's going to suck, and they
I was gonna say,
might.
it's
They
kind of
could.
winning him.
Yeah, you never know. They
Right.
play USC at home. That one's a coin toss. My model has it literally 28-28, so it has a tie for the
Ooh,
USC game.
okay,
But
interesting.
I'll tell you that Jared. I'll tell you the same thing I told Jared. This means nothing. It's based on 2025. It means absolutely nothing. So, and then they have Michigan. They have Minnesota, Maryland, Wisconsin. If they go 8-4, they are not a good team. I will say that.
Okay, interesting. So, Penn State, it's plus 400 if you say they're going to win exactly 8 games, plus 400.
Okay.
If you do, this one's saying 9.5 is now their total.
Oh,
If you
interesting.
go
I would go under
9.5,
on.
you would.
I'd go under on that.
Okay.
I think they're
Right.
going to win 9 games.
You think they're going to win 9? Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
That's
I
my
like
prediction.
that, okay. What about LSU and Michigan?
LSU and Michigan. Let's look them up. LSU.
I'm buying the Kiffin hype, Jessa. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Sadly, this is why they're on my hate watch list, is because I can't say they're a bad team because of all the talent they have.
Yes.
Here's the deal. They go to Ole Miss. They play Texas A&M at home. This is their potential losses, right? At Kentucky, I'm telling you, I just told Jared, Kentucky's going to make a run in the SEC, you guys. Watch out.
I
They go
love that.
to
I love
Auburn,
that.
but then they play Alabama and Texas in back-to-back weeks, and I don't know that and they get both of them at home. So what was
Okay.
the line?
8.5.
8.5. I'd probably take the over on that one just because of all the hype. Oh, and I'm gonna hate every second of it.
Love it.
But we're
I
not talking
know.
emotional here. We're talking
No,
about
that's
where
like
your schmeckle's going.
purely business investment here. That's all we're talking
And who was the
about.
other one you said? Michigan?
Michigan and Alabama.
I don't
And then
even
if
think
you
I
want
need
to
to look
venture
at
a guess on
Michigan.
Utah too. I'm
Oh,
gonna make you
great.
blind guess Utah too. You can look at Utah's
Oh,
schedule.
okay. Great. I won't look at Utah's schedule. I'm going under for Michigan.
Nice.
I'm going for them 8 wins. They
Nothing
play
personal. Nice.
Oklahoma. No, this is seriously. I'm looking at
Ooh.
numbies right now on my screen.
Are you looking at your rankings? Your
Yeah,
stats?
I'm looking at here. The people will enjoy seeing this. I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, just kidding. I can't share my screen. Nope. I'm gonna send out a link to Sports Analysts and they can see the updated site. But you can go through and see what the model predicts. And again, like I said, the model's trash. It's based on 2025. But they get Indiana, they go to Oregon, and they go to Ohio State. Like that alone
that's the
is
losses
brutal.
right there.
And then they play Oklahoma, obviously. They play Iowa, so I see 7-5, 8-4 for Michigan. Let's look at Alabama.
I love
that. Alabama is an interesting one because I don't think they were that good last year.
There's a certain bet out there. I couldn't find it, but it's like crazy odds because this has not happened to Alabama for decades, I think.
Okay.
But it's like for Alabama to lose 4 games in a row, it's like crazy odds. But a bunch of people are like, I think it's going to happen this year. And I didn't look at their schedule, so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can see.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Let me look up their schedule. Let's just say blind for Alabama for the sake of time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say under.
Love.
Because I think they were overrated last year. They didn't have a rushing, they had one of the worst rushing attacks of all of college football as Alabama. And I don't know that they took the steps needed to correct that. And they have a brand new quarterback who we don't know who it's going to be. And I'm hearing from my sources that neither of them has really stood out. So I would say under on Alabama for that reason.
And I'm just going to assume the under on Utah.
Yeah, I think so. I think, and I'm not going to look at their schedule. So there you go.
A blind ranking.
There you go, guys.
Love it.
Yep, it is a blind ranking.
Okay, next one. These next few ones are pretty quick.
Okay.
G5 teams in the playoff. You can pick 1 or 2 if you want.
Okay, great.
Here are the 4 teams: James Madison, UTSA, North Dakota State, and North Texas, all with varying odds.
Okay. Are you able to look up odds right now for a random team? What about Kennesaw State? Can you look up Kennesaw State for me? This is a team.
Absolutely.
Remember the name Jerry Mack, everyone. This guy has a resume that's similar
I love this.
to Indiana. Oh my gosh.
Signetti.
Thank you, Signetti. Where he's won everywhere he's gone, essentially.
Okay.
And he came into Kennesaw State that historically sucks and got them to 10 wins last year. So
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to say that's a dark horse of the list. I would love to see like North Dakota State, but if we just want to have some fun, like
Huge.
Kennesaw State and then Boise State is also always a good bet.
Ooh, okay. I'll look up Boise State too. Take a guess at what Kennesaw State's odds are to make the playoffs. So, and just to give you some context, James Madison is coming in at like 1,000 to 1. North Dakota is 1,400. North Texas is 6,000. Take a guess at where Kennesaw State is.
They've got to be in like the 12,000 range, or if not higher. What do you think?
Right, 20,000 to 1.
20,000 to 1. We gotta put some dollars on
that,
them.
dude.
We got
have to.
Oh man, that'd be fun. Okay, cool.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Good thing I'm not a
Love
professional bettor. Yeah, you added another zero.
Same.
That's wild. And also
Yep.
Boise State. Let's see what I don't know. And I'm also thinking because this is an invitational, right? That's why the odds are so crazy for Kennesaw State, is because this is an invitational. It's not based on how many games you win. The committee's gotta like you. So let's be real here. Let's be realistic. So
can you give me a rundown really quickly of the playoff again, Jessa? Like is it 24 this year that we're going to?
It's 12. It's 12. And
it's still 12. Oh
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Really the only thing that has changed is that if Notre Dame is ranked in the top 12, they make it.
They're an automatic. Okay.
Yeah, they're automatic. And if they don't like their bowl game, then they're going to throw a little hissy fit and go cry in a corner and make it everybody else's problem. And I believe that it's the top 4. It's like the Power 4 conference championships get in. So we shouldn't get into a scenario where we have more than one G5 team anymore. It's kind of what that changes surrounding.
Gotcha.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it much more interesting then. Boise State's only plus 500 to get in. So
okay. So this makes sense.
That is goofy, but yeah.
That's a favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Along with that, Jessa, I was going to have you pick the Pac-12 winner. I
love the Pac-12. I should have added that to my love to watch list. The whole new Pac-12. Seriously.
Let's put a bet on it so we can all enjoy it.
Yes.
Too, you know?
Yes. Yep. 100%. Okay. Let me be smart about this here.
I'll give you the top couple of teams.
Please do.
Boise State, San Diego State, Fresno State, Texas State are the top 4. Okay. And then I did throw in Utah State, our guy, Bronco, at 1,000.
Don't count him out.
Don't count him out.
Don't count him out.
No.
Don't count him out. Okay. My heart wants to say Utah State, but you just never know. And my computer's freaking out. Okay, here we go. I'm going to look at your list. Where's UNLV in all of this?
Ooh, that is a great question. Let's find out, dude.
I like UNLV.
I have a fun bet with UNLV coming up.
Okay.
UNLV, Mountain West Conference winner. Let's see.
Oh, they're not in the Pac-12. They're in the Mountain West.
That's right. Yes.
They're in the Mountain West.
That's why.
That's why they're not on this list. Okay. I like between the odds here that I'm looking at, Boise State is just a lame bet. I put money on San Diego State.
Love it.
For right now.
Love it. It's plus 400.
Let me tell you why.
Please.
They're number 34 in returning production, and in Power 4 ranks, that's pretty dang good. For a team that is G6 and should lose a lot of players to the transfer portal. They did lose 26, but they added 23 and didn't get much worse. And then also their average starter age, I'm just looking through this, and they got senior, junior, senior, sophomore, senior, sophomore, senior on the offense. And defense is literally all seniors and one sophomore.
Whoa.
So
dude, Okay. I'm loving that one actually
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Maybe
So
we put
San
a little
Diego
more
State
juice on that one.
might look good for that,
I love that.
which is gonna be fun in the new Pac-12.
The new Pac-12. Also, why don't more people like I'm thinking of coastal schools here. Why don't more people go like if I'm an 18-year-old college football player and I'm like pretty good, why would I not want to go to San Diego to play
Seriously,
ball? Or
seriously.
who wants to go to Tuscaloosa? Who wants to go to Chicago in the wintertime? Like to play football? Like, why would you not go coastal? You know? Like
Yeah,
they should be capitalizing on that. Look at
yeah,
our
100%.
king. Yeah.
Yep, yep. And you know what? It might just be the agents in their ear that are
Wow.
like, nah, you got to get the
Uh,
biggest NIL. And the biggest NIL comes from they'll sell that any kid can make the NFL, right? Like, they'll sell that, hey, you have to go to this school to get this NIL. Like, I sat next to an agent at a basketball tournament and he was talking to me about,
mm,
and like the first thing that he said was, oh, I got this kid like 5 million in NIL. He was showing me highlights of, and it was basketball. But he's talking about like, and he's like, oh, I got this other kid, this NIL, I got this other kid, this NIL. And I'm like, you're an agent and all you're talking about is how much money you've given these kids. Then probably, I mean, that's basketball, but I got to imagine it's the same thing. So you ask, like, why is this
totally.
18-year-old kid who's pretty good? One factor could be the allure of being a
Mhm.
backup or a third string in Tuscaloosa
Yeah.
because you
That's a
feel like you're
great
missing out on
point.
opportunities. But
Yep.
I agree. These kids just stay home and play for their hometown schools and just
Play for
freaking
their
have a
hometown.
blast.
Dude,
Win a
Kawhi
championship,
Leonard.
you know?
Kawhi Leonard
Yeah.
had it right. Go
Yep.
to San Diego
Agreed.
State, guys. Okay,
Agreed.
love it.
Awesome.
Okay, I have 3 more topics for you, and I'll run through them quickly. Surprise playoff inclusions. This one is
Okay.
interesting. You already talked about one of these teams on this list. 2 of these teams. We have, I'm going to just list them out for you. Iowa, TCU, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, California, Washington. Which
Okay.
1 to 2 teams do you like out of those?
I don't like Georgia Tech because they
Okay.
lost their quarterback and running back this
Oh,
last year.
yes. To the draft? Or
Hines
where
and
did he go?
Haynes.
Where'd they go?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he graduated. Could have been an
Oh,
undrafted.
wow.
I'm not sure where Haynes went. Haynes King went. And I don't think the committee likes them. So I would not throw money on that one.
Got it.
And I'm looking at the team that's right above them. And part of the reason why I don't like them is if we have a 10-2 Georgia Tech and a 10-2 Virginia Tech, Virginia Tech's going to get the nod because of James Franklin, right? You got to know the committee.
Oh my gosh. Just
You
I
gotta know
forgot
the
that James
community.
Franklin went there. Dude,
Yes.
that's okay. That's
why do you think
of
their
course.
odds are that good? This is
Of
Virginia Tech,
course.
man. James Franklin, the committee is looking at this and they're like, you just need to show me you're good enough and then we'll put you in the
Yeah.
program. That's what they're
For-
talking about, right?
Interesting. For the listeners, Virginia Tech's at 1,300 to 1, Georgia Tech's at 2,000 to 1, which is quite the difference. So
now there is some hype around California's quarterback, lefty, who has a wicked long Polynesian last name, but
Love it.
dude can ball.
Was he the Hawaii
So
quarterback?
what?
The Hawaii quarterback? Is it that
No,
kid?
different guy.
No.
Different guy.
Okay.
He's also a
Dang it.
hooper. Both of those kids can sling the rock. Like those are
Love
gonna
it.
be fun. Yeah.
Love that.
I don't have their names on the top of my head, but yeah, California, there is some hype surrounding them, so I could maybe see Cal, but I like Virginia Tech. The committee hates the Big 12. I don't like TCU. If the Big 12 would have to be a 2-bid league, and TCU would have to make the championship game, and I'm not confident in that happening. So those odds are interesting to me. Iowa, I don't hate.
Plus 800.
And their
Not bad
schedule is
odds.
very, very favorable.
Yes.
So, but of this list, honestly, I like Virginia Tech the best.
All right. Vaw Tech it is. James Franklin, our guy.
Yep.
Maybe
It's an invitational. Remember?
Lions go with
This
it.
is just
That's right,
about how
that's right.
pretty your dress is on the day of prom. That's what it is. Okay. That's what this is.
Great comparison. Lovely comparison.
Hey, I'm really excited for this next one. Heisman winner.
Are you okay? I'm very excited to hear your answer about this. I know nearly none of these people.
Okay. Who are the names on there?
So I'll give you the top 5 for the
Perfect.
Heisman. CJ Carr, Notre Dame, Arch Manning at Texas. Darian Mensah? Who is that?
he plays for Miami. He transferred from Duke, and he
Oh.
led the league in passing yards. Really good player.
Okay.
So he went to Miami.
Interesting.
And Miami's roster is stacked because you need a couple things to go right for you. You have to be really good, right? And you basically have to lead the league or be in the top 3 in some statistical category. Because pageantry is not a thing anymore, right? That's dead. Like you can't,
Of
you know.
course. Yeah.
And then your team has to be really good. So, okay, keep going. Those are the 3.
So yeah, those are the top 3, and then tied for 4th is Julian Sayin and Trinidad Chambliss, and Dante Moore actually too. Is also tied for that.
Okay, cool. The name I feel the best about is probably Darian Mensah.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I think so. I think Miami's just stacked. I also hear a lot of other people saying it.
Okay.
And so there's that. I think Oregon would have to win the national championship in order for Dante Moore to get it. Arch Manning is just laughable to me. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So Mensah, that's our guy.
Yeah, I do have another question. Is there we're gonna have to look at this. Is there a Heisman finalist bet?
Oh, I'm
think
sure there will
is.
be, but I'm not seeing it right now. This is just the winner that you can bet on right now. Who do you like as the finalist?
Are you ready for this one?
I'll write it down. Yes.
This goes into what we just talked about with Jared. I'm throwing money on Bear.
Dude, I was just about to ask you that, Jessa.
Okay, wonderful.
He's in the top 20. He's plus 5,000 to win.
I don't think he's winning.
The Heisman is not. Yeah. But you think he could be?
I don't know. I think he could be a finalist. I wouldn't put money, like big money on him winning it. But I'd throw something down on him being a finalist. Like, which is wild because I just took the under on his passing yards. You know what I'm saying? So we actually need to pump the brakes here.
We do.
I emotionally want to see him in New York. And that's why I would put money on it, to have some skin in the game and kind of back up what I want to have happen. But that is not a wise bet. But like logically, not a good bet, which is why the odds are which is why the odds are where they are.
Right. Can I interest you in one more candidate?
Yes.
For 22,500 to 1.
Okay.
Our guy, the fade to the back of the end zone, Jake Retzloff. 22.5.
There's no way. He's not playing college football this year.
Are you serious?
That's a glitch. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wait, he's done playing football?
He graduated this. Okay, but here's the deal. With the fifth
his
year
name is on
stuff
the list.
going around, with the fifth year stuff going around, that might be why his name is on the list. People are like, oh, he could go somewhere else and play or whatever. I don't know, but nah. Kid's done. Kid went to the NFL, was an undrafted free agent for like the Seahawks or something, and then got cut. So
wait, this isn't okay. This is Dylan Raiola? Oh no, he's still in the he's still there.
He's a backup at Oregon. I would love to see his odds for the Heisman. LOL.
He's 12,000 to 1.
That's insane. Do you know that series of events that would have to take place? First of all, he would have to get about 400 times better because kid could not do squat in Nebraska last year. Dante Moore would have to get hurt within like the first week of the game, and then Oregon would have to do really well with Dylan Raiola. That's a wild one. That's crazy.
That's insane. That is insane.
They're tempting us.
Well, you've got me down a rabbit hole now, and I won't indulge on this podcast, but go
figure that out.
Caesar Sportsbook, are they trying to take money on players who can't win the Heisman?
Yeah, maybe.
Is this a bigger issue?
Jake Retzloff name is on there. That's insane.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yes. Okay. I like the picks though. Give me your 2 teams to win the college football championship. Doesn't matter.
This is gross. Okay, invitational. Who's getting into the invitational with a favorable path? No. I'm just thinking in my brain, right? Because it's not about merit. When they get to the invitational, will they be able to? Okay, first team that comes to mind is Oregon, but I don't think they can because I don't think Dante Moore is good against good teams.
Okay.
I don't think Ohio State is going to be as good as they were last year, so I'd take them out of the running. Michigan,
thank you, Jared.
No. Yep. Thanks for that. let's see here. I hate to say it. Notre Dame is just so talented, guys. And their
They're just
schedule
sitting
is
there, man.
so easy. So if they could
Yeah.
breeze through their schedule, no injuries and whatever, they get to the end and they have the talent to compete on a national stage. Okay, Notre Dame is one. I hate myself so much for saying that.
Okay.
But this is
Remember, this is
teams that
purely
can win the
business
national
decisions.
championship. Yep.
Purely business.
Notre Dame. And then the other one I will say.
Give me your wild card one for this one. Or whatever you were going to say.
My wild card one is Texas Tech. That would be my wild card one. But I was just going to say, I don't think they can do it with Will Hammond. Like, I don't think they can put up the points they need to on offense. So that's why they would be a wild card. The other one who has a really talented roster and a favorable schedule is Miami. So Notre Dame, Miami, to me, could be, and I hate both of those. I hope I'm wrong on both of them. But I don't know enough to give you a better answer at this point. Talk to me week 4. Week 4. We could have a better answer, but we'll see.
Done. Okay. Here's my last two for you. I'll start with the BYU one. BYU is plus 350 to get to the playoff, to the Invitational. Do you like that? Do you not like that? Did you put money on it?
Would I put money on it? To get to the Invitational. Essentially, that's the same bet to me as winning the Big 12.
I was just about to say, you probably have to win the Big 12. Which, if you were to parlay both of those, for those not understanding, combine two bets, that would be some sweet odds.
That would be some sweet odds. Okay, I would do it in that case. Because at that point, you're just betting the odds and hoping it pays out. Because I think those are essentially the same thing. So no, I would not put money on that alone.
Love it. We will parlay.
Hate me, whatever, but I'm an awful sports bettor too. So it's really funny that we're asking all these questions. My track record is not good. But I bet how I want, okay? And if I don't like it, then I don't bet it. If I don't want to root for it, then I won't do it. That's why I'm a bad sports bettor, okay?
That's right, man. We bet from the heart. That's the calls coming out of us. Okay. Here's my last one. This is just kind of a fun one. This is the prop bet that they're doing. They're boosting it. And we will know if it hits within this month. August 29th, there are 3 games, and you can bet for these 3 winners at plus 675. You see the list right here. It's North Carolina over TCU in Dublin, Stanford over Hawaii in Palo Alto, and UNLV over Memphis at Allegiant Stadium. Plus 675.
UNLV over Memphis, I actually feel good about.
Okay.
I'm high on UNLV. Okay. Stanford over Hawaii, I feel fine. There's absolutely no way. See, they snuck in the North Carolina one, thinking you would notice. And you're like, oh, wait, this could hit. Absolutely in no world is Bill Belichick rolling out a bowl-eligible team this year. In no world.
Wow. You don't think there's any way that, even in Dublin, like, crazy things happen over there?
No, I would not put money on it. I would not put money on it. I would steer the heck away from that one. In fact, let's end with this. What is North Carolina's win total, and how much money can I put on the under?
That is a great question. Let me go to
because holy freak, I don't know if there's a more dysfunctional team in college football, organization in college football than North Carolina right now. My model has them going 1-11.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're right in line with where the bettors are. They are 4.5 wins.
Yeah, under
is what their projected total is.
Smash it! That's where I'm putting most of my money. When I send you money, I want all of it on that. I don't know what the odds are, though. The odds probably are very...
odds. It's plus 115. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Great. A little bit of
under on
wonderful.
NC.
Yeah, under on UNC, which is so sad. So I lied. 2-10 because they'll beat their FCS opponent.
Nice.
They're losing at UConn this year. I'll have you know.
That
might be their third win. There might be their third win. Okay, my bad.
I am very excited.
Oh man,
I feel sadness in my heart because I know you're an NC fan, but it will be fun to watch Bill Belichick implode this season. I think
Yes, it will.
it's not a hate watch for me, but it'll be.
I'm gonna be
enjoyable.
honest. It kind of might be for me because the sooner
Is
that
it?
he torpedoes, the sooner we can get a different coach in there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind of
true.
where I'm at. Because like UNC, like Bill Belichick is not UNC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's
Yes.
not a Kalani, he's not a UNC guy. So no,
No.
I've never been a Bill Belichick fan. So I can still root for UNC and absolutely hate that guy. So
Love it. I love that. What are your
We'll go.
quickly Penn State? Are you now a Penn State fan too?
yeah. Well, when I get out
Love it.
there, I will be fully indoctrinated. At this time, I'm kind of casual. Like, oh, I like Matt Campbell. He's
Yes,
a good guy to root for, and
totally.
we'll see. So
I'll be very excited to hear about your experience at the opener, right? The home
yeah,
opener.
Marshall,
So
Yep.
sick, yeah.
we will be
Excited to hear
there.
about it on the podcast.
Okay, this was fantastic, Eli.
Thanks, Jessa.
Thank you
This
for
took
doing
a
all this
little bit-
research and finding really good bets to talk about. That's really fun.
for sure, man. This took probably a little longer than I intended, so thanks for letting me do it. I will post all of these in the chat. Again, if anyone wants to bet, let me know. Send us a Venmo before Tuesday, and we'll get it done.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Eli. And thank you, everybody, for listening along. We'll talk to you next week.
You guys are the best, Jessa. Thanks. Bye.
See ya.